With Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us.
Here we go. A look now, while we have a moment, let's take a look at our 5 starters for each team. Outside Hayes. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, we know not every team in the league is a title contender. So what's the key for teams in the rebuilding process, Brian?
Your scouting department really matters, because if you're a losing team, your draft picks, whether first or second round, will play.
Yeah, and I'll throw in luck as well. I mean, those ping pong balls going your way, winning the lottery, getting the first overall pick. You can add an Asia Wilson, Aaliyah Boston. And when you add a player of that value, that can change your fortunes pretty quickly.
Now here's Ogumake. Here's Clark.
Yes, and a nice assist from Neko Ogumake.
With how much pride Clark has, he just knew she'd come back with a tray of her own.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Martin. Back Benley. And here's Martin.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Hayes. Misses the layup. Clark outside. Here's the 3. And the Storm, another 3.
An attentive player who sees the floor well. Clark really understands how to distribute the rock.
Outside Hayes.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Neko Ogumake. Here's Williams. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Nice awareness there by Magmador, finding her open teammate for the bucket.
And Tiffany Hayes, here we go. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pass to Clark. Ogumake. Here's Williams. And she gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
They've been playing very smart offensively in the first half. I think that's safe to say.
The numbers support that. They're shooting much better percentage from the field.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Billings. No good again that time. The 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And that's what built them the early lead. Killer shooting from beyond the arc.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get out there on those shooters. Pronto.
You know, one interesting thing about the Valkyries, they have the same ownership as the Warriors.
And when you look at the dominant run the Warriors went on, that is the expectation for the Valkyries. It's a first-class organization that will spare no expense to win in Golden State.
Now here's Magmador.
The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play.
They built a big lead very early.
Boy, right from the tip, there isn't anything they haven't done well.
It has been a textbook dominant performance.
Here's Bagbenley.
Morton outside.
Bagbenley. Down low. Here's Martin. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
I admire Hayes' vision. I mean, she's pretty much aware and alert of everything happening on the court.
Ogumake, that's good.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Bagbenley, and she makes good on the layup.
Where was the box out? Some easy second chance points.
Those kinds of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And she gets it to go.
Such a special offensive talent. Ogumake is a forward who can face up and knock down a shot.
Here's Hayes. Storm with the rebound. Outside Williams. Lets it go. And the Storm, another 3.
Wow, she has come into this game with her long-range game looking great. She could wind up with a crazy number of 3s today.
Now here is Hayes. 5 points in the game. The shot goes in. First of the night, she is 1 for 3 to start the contest.
What an excellent assist. It really led her to the perfect spot.
Shot's good by Ogumake.
A solid three-point shooter. Give Ogumake room to pull the trigger, and she's not going to hesitate.
To the inside. Shot by Billings, no good. And it's the Storm with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Clark outside. The three is up. And the Storm, another three.
Yeah, consistent outside shot is something that Clark really works at and takes pride in.
Three, Kayla Thornton.
Aguilar grabs the miss.
Clark outside. Shoots the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
She is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, she can't miss.
They're not having much success at all right now.
They need to reshuffle their lineup a little bit, try to find something that works.
And she comes up with the deuce.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
And the Storm back on two more.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving.
Here's Martin.
Pass to Billings.
And here's Martin.
Back Benley. The second chance effort. That ball is off target, and that miss makes her 2 for 3. Seattle with the ball from past the arc. And the Storm, another three.
Oh, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner. It's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball. Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Here's Williams.
Yes, and a nice assist from Neko Ogumake.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
And that one's good. Billings.
A playmaker in the backcourt. Hayes moving it to the open teammate.
Alicia Clark on the wing. Covered by Thornton. Got that one up quick.
I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if she winds up that wide open in three-point range. And I'm sure that was not the plan.
When it comes to Neko Ogumake, is it fair to say that she's one of the league's most reliable scorers?
Oh, no question. During her 15 seasons in the WNBA, she's averaged more than double-digit points per game every year. And there's no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
Defense doesn't think they have to challenge Magpagor at the arc, but as he sinks a focused three-point shot.
Pass to Thornton.
Martin.
Soft touch off the glass. The three. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Driven by competition, Clark loves to put on a show, and really, that's exactly what she's doing right now.
The 9-foot shot. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good. And the Storm with possession. Ogumake.
Back to Magpagor.
Pass to Williams. Here's Magpagor. Fires the three. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
Hayes with it. He has 5.
And here's Martin.
They set the pick. Fires for 3. Magpagor grabs the miss. And it's the Storm with the ball. Here's Williams. And the Storm, another 3.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Here's Martin.
She's guarded by Williams. Back Benley can't hit. Clark outside, from outside the arc. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And their lead gets even more enormous. They play terrific basketball at both ends.
No doubt about it. I certainly can't think of an area where they've underperformed.
And neither can I.
Now here is Hayes. Pass to Billings. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, that is right where they wanted to get that ball.
Clark outside. Back to Magbagor. Now here's Agumake. Fires from 14. Again, Seattle.
Hard to stop, guys. He poses a ton of matchup problems for any opponent.
Outside Hayes. And Seattle with the rebound.
And thick in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
It has. They've done a good job recognizing anytime they've had numbers and then taking advantage. We've seen it again and again.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Three-pointer Magbagor drills it from outside.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Now here is Hayes. She's got 5. Back Benley. In the basket for the 4th time from the field, and she is a healthy 4 for 6. And it's the Storm with the ball. From deep three-point range, Clark, that one's good.
Well, we know that Clark can hit threes, but she isn't afraid to push the envelope a bit and extend her range because that one was from way outside.
Here's Martin. And 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back Benley can't hit. Pass to Clark. There's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Here's Hayes. Oh, no good trying to beat the buzzer. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's the Storm opening a huge gap. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Storm team out there.
They've made the most of their fast break chances here in the early going.
Yeah, tie your shoelaces because they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Pass to Brown. Clark, covered by Thornton. Back to Clark. Outside Wheeler. Puts up a 3. And the Storm, another 3.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Well, she moved on from the Storm in 2023, but still, Breanna Stewart is a legend in Seattle, and there's no doubt she always will be.
I mean, in her 6 years with the Storm, 2 titles, an MVP, first team All-League 4 times. You throw in the first ever Commissioner's Cup that they won, and Stewie was the MVP. It was an unreal run for her in the Pacific Northwest.
And she wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick out the pass and get the assist.
Takes her. And Sandalasini gets it to go.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it did not work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Wheeler. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Gotta watch out for Wheeler's jumper. She can beat opponents from all over the court.
Pass to Van Loo.
This one for 3. It's rebounded by Seattle. Here's Wheeler. Clark. Here's Brown. The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play.
A confident shooter from deep. When Brown finds just a little space in the perimeter, she wastes no time firing away.
Here's Van Loo.
To the middle.
Rupert.
It's up and it's off the mark. One up, one not down. Pass to Brown. To the paint. Stolen.
Here's Van Loo.
Shoots over Wheeler. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, if you're lucky enough to play with Erica Wheeler, get open. She'll find you.
It's Burton.
Guarded by Wheeler. Pass to Thornton. The shot off that time.
Defensively, that's just a freebie. Should have been 2 points.
Let's go with a 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Quality display of court vision from Clark. Her team is simply better when she's out on the floor.
Here's Zondelasini. Thornton, she's covered by Clark. Now Zondelasini.
Van Loo.
Thornton, right side. That shot off. And it's the Storm with the ball. Here's Horston. And she gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for her. And it's been a pretty rough stretch for them.
Yeah, this is an important possession. It's essential they put a stop to this run.
It's Burton. Guarded by Wheeler. Zondelasini. No good on the triple. Lexi Brown on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Seattle with the triple.
But for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her 3-point attempt.
Pass to Zondelasini.
Burton.
All sorts of time.
Horston with the rebound.
It's really tough for this club right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they try, it doesn't work. Gotta slow it down and just get back to the basics and the fundamentals. Get another 3 for her. She's really been draining them here in the second.
Here's Zondelasini. Tried to come right back with the 3 of her own, but it's no good. Clark outside. Pass to Brown. Takes the 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. She remains perfect.
She's had a lot of bounce in her step this quarter. What a stretch it's been for her.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Burton. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. She tries for 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Thornton. And here's Zondelasini. And good, coming off the assist by Kayla Thornton.
And Thornton is such a smart player. Recognizes overcommitments from the defense and gets it to her open teammates.
Lexi Brown on the wing. The 3-ball. 6 for 6. She's yet to miss from the field.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take you right back.
It's turning into a 3-point contest.
Here's Van Loo.
She has 5. Lets it go from 11. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Tough question here for you guys. Who is the best shooter in the league?
Well, I'm going to go with the easy answer. Sabrina Ionescu led the league in threes made last year and shot it at 45%. I mean, we're talking about volume. We're talking about efficiency. 45%. That was 3rd best in the league.
I second that. Plus, at 2024 NBA All-Star Weekend, the Walnut Creek Wonder almost beat Steph in that 3-point shootout.
Their rebounding has been a big key to their success in this game.
It really has been a completely one-sided battle on the boards.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, in that tight, with that much of a height advantage, there's really not a lot the D can do to stop that shot.
Pass to Zandalacini. Off on the layup. Lexi Brown on the wing. 17 points in the game. Nailed from three-point land.
No question, Lexi Brown has found her rhythm in this one. The buckets just keep on coming.
And here's Burton. Van Loo. Good on the triple.
Well, you know, she's just going to keep bearing those. If that's how the D is going to play her, they've got to be better. They've got to be closer in.
Clark, covered by Thornton. Pass to Horston. Brown for three. And the Storm, another three.
What a half she's having from beyond the arc. She's been locked in since the moment she stepped on the floor.
Here's Van Loo. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. From deep. And Wheeler is good for three. Pass to Burton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Seattle with the ball.
Horston with it.
From beyond the arc. That's her fourth basket of this game, and she's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now Burton. It's hauled in by Wheeler. And it's the Storm on the break. Here's Horston. The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play.
Her three-point shot has been so pure, just draining one after another.
Pass to Zandalacini. The 15-footer. Storm with the rebound.
Well, she's a player who, with a wide-open look, will rarely miss.
Horston, no good.
It's Burton. Here's Van Loo. The three-pointer off the mark. Outside Wheeler. Beyond the arc. She makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start her game.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Pass to Burton. With some arc. And the layup is good.
Look at the soft touch. Just a gentle little teardrop.
Seattle with the ball. Now here's Wheeler. There's the triple. Good for the 5th time and 5 shots. She remains perfect.
So skilled offensively. Not only does Wheeler create for others, she creates for herself.
Shots good by Rupert.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Pass to Horston.
Back to Wheeler. From the arc. And again, Seattle with the triple. And here's Burton. She's got 6. Inside. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. And there's a pick to the paint. Zandalacini can't get it to go. And the Storm with possession. Up top, Wheeler.
Pass to Horston.
Clark. Puts up the 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's an 86% accuracy mark. Now Burton. Here's Zandalacini. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
3's going down quickly at both ends.
What an answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back.
Everybody gets a three.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
What a run she's having. Everything's dropping.
Talk about having the hot hand.
Lets it go from deep. Storm with the rebound.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, she seems determined to continue hoisting up these threes. But I think it's time to maybe take a step in.
And here's Kayla Thornton from the arc.
Here's Rupert.
Buries it down low.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Storm out in front, running away with this one. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far, but we'll see if that changes.
Man, it has been an incredible game here from Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, double-double already. I mean, this sort of energy, it really just energizes your whole team.
Yeah, this has been so much fun to watch. The way she's impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. It's going to be hard to slow her down.
To the inside. Here's McBinley. Second chance shot. Thornton outside. From downtown. It's rebounded by Seattle.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Now here's Williams. Over Hayes. And it's Seattle scoring again.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
And at this stage of her career, winning titles seems to be everything for Skylar Diggins-Smith.
She doesn't know how many more years she has left, and because of this, she's going to give it her all. It'll be interesting to see if she's able to add some titles to her illustrious resume.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Clark, it's good. And the assist that time from Ezi Magbagor.
Well, we're seeing the shots dropping for them very well now.
Yeah, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point. Their coach has to be happy.
Now here is Thornton. To the middle. Here's McBinley. Pass to Billings. Count that one.
Got the D worried about her inside and kicked it out for the open jump shot. Nice pass.
Here's Magbagor. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Double team, triple team, zone defense, something. I mean, you got to figure out a way to shut her down.
McBinley, defended by Magbagor. And it's Hayes missing. Back to Clark. The trade. And the Storm, another three.
This is a nice third quarter surge they've got going on right now.
Yeah, and it's a great time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half.
Absolutely. Build some distance. Try to get things going.
Here's Martin.
Back to Hayes. Over to the wing. Billings. She's covered by Ogumake. 6 to shoot. A nice shot by McBinley.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Lets it fly. And yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Martin. Off target with the three.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Pass to Magbagor. Williams with it. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They are fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
Agbenle can't hit.
Nearly got a finger to that shot in the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss. Well, that's her shot, guys, so you can't just give it to her. You've got to get up on her.
And Tiffany Hayes, here we go. Count it.
Well, a quick first step is only a part of what makes Hayes so elusive.
Back to Magbagor. Ogumake outside. Launches a three, and again, Seattle with the triple.
Great communication between teammates there.
Thornton with it. Pass to Agbenle. Hayes. Here's Agbenle. Back to Hayes. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, with such a detailed offensive skill set, Hayes gives defenders a ton of different looks.
Magbagor with the ball. Guarded now by Hayes. Williams. And it's Seattle scoring again.
Get comfy in your chair. She is putting on a show right now.
Yeah, just filling it up with relative ease.
Tiffany Hayes for three. Gets that one to drop. That's one of her 5 shots she's made while missing 7 others. Here's Clark. And it's Seattle scoring again.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Down low. Here's Agbenle. And Clark pulls it down. To the paint. Pass to Williams. Back to Ogumake. And here's Williams. A baseline J. Yes, and a nice assist from Neko Ogumake.
Got that one off right in the face of a bigger defender. Nice quick fire release.
Well, the mid-range shot really her only choice right there. She would have a tougher time taking it inside against such a bigger player. Another good rebound, and we know she's giving up some inches to a few of the other players, but that just hasn't mattered.
That one's good. Clark.
It's nice to see she's found her rhythm here in the third quarter, and you can see her confidence. Everything she's putting up from long range, it seems to be going down.
Now here is Hayes. 13 points in this game. That one's off. Still out of sync. And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Gets it to go from downtown.
Yeah, always aware of what's happening on the court. Ogumake keeps her teammates engaged.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Thornton. Now Martin. To the inside. Agbenle. The shot comes out.
Ezzy Magbagor, nice defense.
Here's Clark. And the Storm, another three.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Thornton. Billings. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Martin, no bueno.
Now Williams. Three-pointer Magbagor. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
And this is how effective Magbagor can be. All about getting into a rhythm.
And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Billings. She's good with a little jumper in close.
Oh, I love that vision, guys. What a great job threading that pass into the lane.
Back to Ogumake. Pass to Williams. Clark outside. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
A great feed, and that assist, yeah, it gives her a triple-double. You got to love that kind of player. Able to get it done in every single area.
Now here is Hayes. 13 points in this game. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Back to Clark. Releases. And the Storm, another three.
You know what? I don't care how far from the bucket she is. You've got to have a defender on her. She's just too good from long range.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Martin. Now Billings. To the middle. Here's Thornton. Here's Martin. Fires from deep, and she's good on the three ball.
Not the tightest D right there. She'll punish you if she gets the chance. That three-point shot is her bread and butter.
Cans it from downtown.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
Shot by Billings, no good.
That's the kind of D that's needed when she's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over her.
For three. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside Hayes. Martin. Pass to Fagbenle. Drops in the layup for two.
That's terrific use of the bounce pass.
Here's Magbagor. Good, and it's Gabby Williams who picks up the assist.
Smooth shot from Magbagor in the mid-range, taking advantage of the look that she got.
Now Martin. Hayes. Offensive rebound.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Inside. The shot by Billings, no good. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciates it.
Here's Martin. 7 points in the game. Can they get it? Ooh, no luck on that one. Great D that time from Neko Gumake. Here's Williams. And the Storm, another three.
Great communication between teammates there.
Now here is Hayes. She's got 13. Thornton outside. Outside Hayes. Billings gets that one through the hole. Makes her 7 for 13 this game.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Clark, that one's good.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
And here's Hayes. Three-pointer. Storm with the rebound. Fires from deep. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
To the middle. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Storm just dominating this one. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show.
A popular topic in WNBA circles, player rights.
Yeah, the league has made some major strides in terms of freedom of movement, free agency, and also off-the-floor benefits.
Plus, we've seen salary increases, so it's been great to see these advances the last few years.
Again, Seattle. Now Burton.
Pass to Rupert.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
You're making things far too easy for her if you let her get the ball that deep in the post.
Agreed. I couldn't have said it any better myself. You know, you've got to do your work early and keep her out of that spot.
It's Burton. He's covered by Mule.
And here's Zandalicini. And the basket is good.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Wheeler. Drains the three-pointer.
Great ball movement to the open player. Samuelson with her head on a swivel.
It's Burton.
Pass to Zandalicini. Fourth quarter now. We're just about a minute and a half in. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Cook, that's good.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Here's Van Loo. Burton. Pass to Van Loo.
From downtown, yes it is. Score that as basket number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Samuelson right side. Here's Mule. That shot is good on the assist from Katie Lou Samuelson.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
It's Burton. Pass to Van Loo. Now Rupert.
Let's go with a 3. Here's Talbot. It's hauled in by Wheeler. Here's Seattle. Here's Samuelson. And the Storm, another 3.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job, Tim, of finding the open teammate on the perimeter this quarter. The three-pointer is a major weapon for them right now. Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Shot's good by Samuelson.
One of the purest strokes in the game. Samuelson, a feared player from beyond the arc.
Pass to Zandalicini. Talbot.
She's guarded by Samuelson. They get the rebound.
And here's Zandalicini. Jacks up a 3.
Burton can't hit.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
And that one's good. It's Mule.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Van Loo.
And that one goes long. Left side, Wheeler. And again, Seattle with the triple.
How about Wheeler this time getting the feed? Ready to shoot off the pass. Normally, Eric is the one dropping dimes.
And here's Burton.
To halt the run. The shot, no good.
Samuelson outside.
This one for 3. And the Storm, another 3.
What a smooth J. Samuelson is pure. Someone who has perfected her release.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Yes, it's good.
Here's Cook. That shot is good on the assist from Katie Lou Samuelson. Now Burton. Pass to Van Loo.
Launches a 3.
Offensive board. Rupert.
And that's good. A nice job on the glass, and they pick up the 2 on the second effort. And the Storm with possession. And it's Seattle scoring again.
It's Burton.
Here's Zondelasini.
Pass to Van Loo.
From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. To the paint. Outside Wheeler. Beyond the arc. And the Storm, another three.
They've been able to depend on her offense all game, guys. She's just not wasting any chances, any shots she's had.
And if they want to make things even easier on themselves here late in the ball game, I got an idea. Just keep getting her the basketball.
Pass to Cook.
Expanding her range. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. She remains perfect.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for her, especially from long range. She's in a groove. That tray has been deadly.
Zondelasini. Here's Talbot. It's good.
Found the soft spot in the D right there.
Here's Mule.
Here's Cook.
And the Storm, another three. And here's Burton. Pass to Zondelasini. And a miss there on the triple.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
Drops in the tray.
What's gone into her? She is unconscious.
And all of a sudden, everything has clicked for her.
And here's Zondelasini. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
That's good.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
Pass to Zondelasini. Right wing.
Here's Rupert.
Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb.
Of all the players you want to leave open out on the perimeter, she is the last person on the list.
Here's Van Loo. Off the mark there with the three. Pass to Wheeler. Trying her luck from deep.
That's good.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Here's Van Loo.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Storm foul. Erica Wheeler. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the away team. Substitution on the court.
Hayes with it. Pass to Fagbenle. The three. Here's Billings. 8 for 15 with that basket, but she's not satisfied yet.
Such a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what she brings to the table.
Samuelson's shot is off. Now here is Thornton. And it's Hayes missing.
Not a whole lot going down for her. She can't catch a break.
Here's Cook. There she goes again. That's her 9th straight basket. That's a perfect 9 for 9.
Here's Van Loo.
Pass to Hayes. Thornton.
Here's Van Loo.
From the arc. And Samuelson pulls it down. Shoots the three. Drills the three-pointer.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Now here is Thornton. Tight defense on her. Looking to end her cold spell. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, Kayla Thornton loves these freebies, and she's able to contribute a lot for her team.
Kayla Thornton.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Hey, one of the best basketball families around, the Samuelsons.
All 3 sisters, incredible shooters. Katie Lou, a 6'8" sniper who won it all in college. Harley, an excellent WNBA player who might be a better shooter. And Bonnie was a great college player as well.
Thornton with it, and it's Samuelson picking her up. Pass to Martin.
There's the 3, and good. Coming off the assist by Kayla Thornton.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that Dee can afford to give to her.
To the inside.
Brown with it.
Over Thornton. And it's Seattle scoring again.
Good job there. That's the definition of the inside-outside game.
Now Hayes. Down low. Billings. And she banks in the layup.
That's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to do it.
Pass to Samuelson.
Now Brown.
The 3 is up. And the 3 ball is good.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
And here's Martin.
Now here is Hayes. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Seattle.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged.
Now here's Samuelson.
And the Storm, another 3.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Here's Bagbenley. Brown grabs the board. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And that one's good. It's Mule.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Billings. They need this. And that's 2 points on the layup.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And here's Brown. Covered by Thornton. And again, Seattle with the triple.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Hayes with it. Unloads. It's off. And so Seattle takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they never found.
The energy here was just tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm, the flow of the game. What a treat.
And that'll wrap it up.